and to keep ourselves in the running as Gaia has it to Kane. But he does manage to collect it. And Lloris, he's done this before. I'm going to try and play this into Heung-min Son. And that is a fantastic save from Rui Silva. Welcome back everyone, and welcome to another brand new episode of my FIFA 22 career mode with Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. And we have a jam-packed episode for you today. Let's take a quick look at the calendar. You can see we've got 5 games as a minimum, 4 Premier League games and 1 Europa Conference League, which is the second leg against Feyenoord, as we beat them 3-0 in the opening leg. And obviously, depending on how that goes, fingers crossed that'll be a positive result, we will then, of course, have the final at some point this month. So what we're going to do is we're going to dive straight in. What I'm probably going to do is I'm going to sim the Leicester game. I'll definitely play the Feyenoord game. I'll definitely play the Liverpool game. And to be honest, if we get to the Europa Conference League final, I'll probably sim the remaining Premier League games, as I am in a pretty decent position. And then obviously I will play the Europa Conference League game final. As you can see, I am 9 points ahead, trying to do some maths in my head there. 9 points clear of Manchester United, so if I do get a decent result against Leicester, that should put me in a positive position with 3 games left. So let's crack on and let's face Everton, let's face Leicester at home. So it's full rotation. Once again, Lloris, the only person to keep his position. I have reverted back to essentially my second string team here, as obviously I do just want to make sure, although I'm in a good position in the Europa Conference League semi-final, I want to make sure I play my first team and get the job done. So we're going to go ahead and sim this Leicester City game, and let's see how we get on. And annoyingly, it's a poor result for us. It's a 3-2 win to Leicester. We concede 3 goals at home. Richarlison with 2 goals, Maddison, Vardy and Justin with the goals for Leicester City. So that does put us in a bit of a tricky position. We do have a decent cushion. We did have a 9-point cushion. I'm assuming we will probably now only have a 6-point cushion to Manchester United. And we don't yet. So obviously United are yet to play in this month. Their next game, it looks like it's against Brighton away. So that's going to be an important game for them. If they win that, obviously that will take them within 6 points. And then we have Liverpool coming up in our next Premier League game. So yeah, maybe I was a little bit confident to sim that game. We'll have to wait and see whether or not that happens. But on to more important things. It's on to the Europa Conference League. And let's see if we can tie up this second leg and get the job done. So no need for the intro this time. We are obviously reverting back to our main starting 11. So obviously it's Lloris in goal, Romero, Dyer and Longley. I'm just passing the ball now into central defence. It's Gaia and Emerson Royale in the wing-back positions. Of course, it's Højbjerg, Basuma and Kulusevski in midfield with Kane and Son up front. So, yeah, we need to do a professional job here. We're not desperate to score, but we are desperate to do a professional job and to keep ourselves in the running as Gaia has it to Kane. I thought it was Kane. It wasn't. It was Kulusevski, and it was almost 4-0 on aggregate, but that was a great block from them. So it was a very, very interesting start from us here. Kulusevski almost got there. The ball from Basuma just got cut out by the defender. Till playing some nice football in the middle of the park, making us look foolish. Machina has it to Nelson. Good interception from Romero. Almost a good interception from Romero, and I think they won't overrun it. They will keep it in. But Emerson Royale easily able to get it away. And Basuma has it now to Højbjerg. Looking for the run out wide of Gaia. Gets to him. Gaia comes in field. Looking for Kane. The ball is there. Kane's there. It is 1-0 to Tottenham. That is a brilliant, brilliant counter-attack. And we lead here 1-0. It's 4-0 on aggregate. And surely we are all but through to the Europa Conference League final. Another great breakaway from us. We had several of those in the first leg, and it's another fantastic one again here in the second leg. Harry Kane with a lovely left-footed finesse shot round the goalkeeper after some brilliant work from Gaia to bring the ball in field. He punches the air. It's his goal. It's our goal. It's 1-0 Spurs. Wrong ball choice. Well, I don't actually think it was a wrong ball choice. It just didn't go through. That is another great interception from Gaia. Son into Kane. To Kulusevski. He's got, sorry, not Kulusevski, into Højbjerg. Højbjerg gives it to Kane. Kane in. 2-0. Game over now. That is that. Harry Kane with his second of the game. It's our second of the game. It's 2-0. It's 5-0 on aggregate, and we are sailing into the Europa Conference League final with ease. It's a great run from deep from Højbjerg. It's a lovely finish from Harry Kane. Left the keeper with absolutely no chance. Their defence went completely missing, and we now lead 2-0. And surely that is game, set and match. To be completely honest, out of all the Europa League games we've had so far, we've had some tricky games which I wasn't expecting to be tricky. And this one was the game I was expecting to be the most tricky. And to be honest, it's actually been the easiest. As Son is through here. Can he get the job done? He can't. Kane can. It's Kane's hat-trick. It's Tottenham 3, it's Feyenoord 0. And we are for sure now, with 30 minutes left on this game, we are for sure sailing through to the final. I tried to strike it with Son. I was being a little bit selfish there, but fortunately the rebound came out to Kane. He buries it in the back of the net, and we lead 3-0. Kulusevski, Longley, Gaia, into Kane, looking for Emerson Royale. Feyenoord have just completely fallen apart here. Gaia's there, it's 4. That is absolutely spectacular. Brilliant, brilliant counter-attacking football from Tottenham Hotspur. It's 4-0. And that, what a way to seal a final position for us. Absolutely fantastic. Gaia gets on the score sheet after a Harry Kane hat-trick. And it was the same story in the first leg. Feyenoord made it difficult for us in the first half. But then, as soon as a goal went in, they just absolutely fell apart. And they've done exactly the same thing here in the second half. 3 goals in quick succession. It's so quick I can't even say it. In quick succession, and we lead here 4-0. Find Kulusevski, and Feyenoord can counter-attack here. They've got options in front of them. They find Rachina. Rachina almost gets it into the penalty area. Dyer almost sells himself short. And that is a brilliant finish from Toornstra. Out of nowhere, Feyenoord get themselves back in this game, and it's very annoying. I thought I was going to be able to keep the clean sheet. Unfortunately, I'm not. To be honest, I think Lloris could have done a lot better there. That wasn't really hit at him with any particular power. Let's take a look at the replay. There's no power on that. Lloris has got to be doing better there. Maybe it caught him by surprise. I don't know. But, yeah, a bit disappointing. 4-0 up. We end up conceding a goal. Obviously, we still will go through, but, yeah, a bit disappointing. He seems to go backwards. Gives it to Sandler. Gives it to Till. Gives it back to Bassett, and Kulusevski has it. But unfortunately, they get it back. We are all over the place. Dyer tries to put the tackle in. Rachina out to the winger. Rachina now. Back in. Till has it. This is some good passing. Comes off Dyer. And it's 4-2. It falls to Rachina. And he absolutely smashes it into the back of the net. It deflected off Dyer. Just fell into his path. And I said we've kind of just fallen asleep, to be honest. I don't really know what is going on. They're passing the ball around really well. Fell easily to him. He smashed it past Hugo Lloris. And Feyenoord get 2. This will be everything, and that is that. Lucas Moura with the final touch of the game. Annoyingly, we can see 2 goals at the end of it, but the most important thing is, let's look at the big picture. We win the game. It's 7-2 on aggregate, and we march forward into the Europa Conference League final. Let's have a quick look, see whether or not it will show who we're going to be playing in the final. And it will be Real Betis we will be playing in the final. They managed to get a 1-1 draw after winning the first leg 1-0. So it will be a Spurs-Real Betis final. It's England against Spain in the final. Let's see whether or not we can win it. But back to the Premier League it is. And it is an away game at Anfield against Liverpool. This is a massive, massive game. More so for Liverpool in their fight to try and chase Manchester City down. But also for us, to be fair, because we now suddenly have Manchester United breathing down our necks. We're not as comfortable as we were at the beginning of this episode. So we need to make sure we get a decent result. We did absolutely batter them at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium earlier on in the season. But this is going to be a very, very difficult game at Anfield. So let's see whether or not we can get anything from it. In the pre-match build-up to this game, Sessegnon, he's in for Gaia. He strings it across. And Richarlison, who's in for Kulusevski in an attacking midfield position, gets his head on it, but it's not enough, and he sends it over the bar. Heung-min Son and Harry Kane up front as Romero makes a great, great challenge there and gives it to Sessegnon, who releases Heung-min Son. He has the pace, Can he get into the penalty area? He can. Drives across. Son's in. It's 1-0 Tottenham. And again, just like in the first game, we catch Liverpool out on the counter-attack. They press us high. We're able to attack swiftly and directly. Son gets past, I think that's Gomez. Easily just ghosts past him and just curls it round Alisson. It's a brilliant, brilliant finish. And it's 1-0 Tottenham at Anfield. Longley gives it to Lacroix. Liverpool pressing seriously high here. Skip to Emerson Royale. Kane to Richarlison. He's got Son in. Son to finish. He does. It's 2-0. And this is an absolute carbon copy of the previous game. Once again, Liverpool pressing so high. And we are easily able to just pass round them. Be quite direct. Get the ball forward. And just put it in the back of the net. Richarlison easily passed it across the Son. And Son, that is a brilliant first-time finish from him. With his left foot. Straight past Alisson. Left him with absolutely no chance. And we lead here 2-0. Trying to look for runners. And that is a great, great challenge from Artur. And he will give it to Luis Diaz. This is end-to-end stuff here at Anfield. Liverpool always play at a very high pace. But it's actually working to our advantage so far. They play the ball in. Trent gets it past Sessegnon. And that was very, very dodgy from our defence there. Fortunately, Lloris is able to collect. And we do manage to get it away. Skip tried to play it to Sessegnon, but Alexander-Arnold read it. Liverpool again pressing high. It does have its disadvantages when they do press us this high and we don't have the composure to play it around them. Lloris with a good save. Liverpool have a corner. Lloris, what is he doing there? I was trying to just give that to Romero, but fortunately, we're able to pick that up. And Sessegnon's going to play this down the line. It's Bentancur, of all people, driving forward. He doesn't really have too much pace, but he is going to play it almost into Harry Kane, and it was almost an own goal there. But Alisson managed to get it away. Bentancur looking for Sessegnon. Sessegnon's going to strike, and that is off the post, and it's Son for his hat-trick. Unbelievable. We put 3 past Liverpool in the previous game, and we've put 3 past them here at Anfield. Heung-min Son with his hat-trick inside the first 45 minutes. And it's another counter-attack. Sessegnon with a cracking strike. Smashed it against the post. And Heung-min Son is there to put us 3-0 up against Liverpool at Anfield. Qual with a poor pass to Mo Salah. Just gives it straight away. But he does manage to collect it. And Lloris, he's done this before. Lacroix has done that before. I think he did it a couple of episodes ago. Almost tried to pass it back to Lloris and almost ends up scoring an own goal. Ends up giving it away for a corner. Liverpool have a corner here, but Skip will head that away. Henderson has it. Can he get the cross in? He can't. Skip blocks and he blocks again. But it does go to Firmino. And that is an unbelievable save from Hugo Lloris. Harry Kane tries to get it clear. That's a poor pass. And Liverpool will get it back. Looks to play the ball back to Alexander-Arnold. We all know how good his delivery is. Can he deliver it? He can, but only as far as Romero heads it clear. And Bentancur, well, wins that. Harry Kane now plays this off to Richarlison. Richarlison has all different, basically all kinds of space to run into. Doesn't get the shot. Heung-min Son does. It's Tottenham 4, Liverpool 0. And Liverpool have absolutely fallen apart. It's the space I spoke about. So much space to run into. And Heung-min Son easily there to put the ball away. Richarlison had a great chance to get himself on the score sheet. I couldn't really get my words out, to be honest, because I was trying to find the right moment to shoot. And obviously I found the wrong moment because Alisson was able to save it. But fortunately, it came out to Son. And we get the 4th goal. Bentancur with a lovely challenge on Mo Salah. And again, we have so much space. It's Harry Kane trying to play that through to Emerson Royale. But Son has it. Emerson Royale is in here. Emerson Royale, surely. Alisson collects from him. Can we stop the ball from coming in? Longley trying to hold his ground. And he does hold his ground. And they go backwards. But Mo Salah has it now. Firmino crowded out. And this is fantastic defending from us. But not so fantastic. Just then, Lloris gives it to them. And Firmino puts it in the back of the net. It's 4-1. Liverpool get one back. And that is very annoying. Simple stuff we just do wrong. Firmino easily manages to get round. I think that was Longley. Yeah, it was. It just sort of ran past him. Don't really know what he was doing. But Liverpool score and they get one back. Fumbles his lines once again, but it doesn't matter anymore because that is that. We beat Liverpool 4-1 here, and surely that all but confirms, number one, it confirms Champions League football, and number two, it confirms third place surely for us. And also in bigger news, it probably confirms that Manchester City are going to win the title. That was a huge game for Liverpool, and it was a game they lost 4-1 to Tottenham here at Anfield. What a game and what a result. And as you can see from the table, although Manchester United have a game in hand, they are, even if they win that game, they'll be on 68 points. And that will be 8 points behind us with 2 games left. So we have secured third in the league. I don't think we're going to get ahead of Liverpool. We're actually far, far closer to City and Liverpool than I thought we were going to be at the start of the season. So really, really happy with that. I think that just shows 1 or 2 big signings could put us in contention to win the league next year. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I am going to go ahead and sim the next 2 Premier League games, and then we're going to go ahead and play the big one. That's right, it's the Europa Conference League final. And it's a win again. We win 2-1 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium after going, I think, yeah, definitely going a goal down. It's Kulusevski and Son who get on the score sheet. I did start with my first 11 because I do plan on rotating for the last game, as obviously we do have the final in midweek. So, positive result. That definitely secures third place. Let's head on to the final game of the season against Bournemouth. And we will finish the final game of the season with a 2-2 draw away to Bournemouth. You can see from the goal scorers, Richarlison and Lucas Moura, I went full rotation once again. Even Fraser Forster got a game. I obviously don't want to pick up any injuries ahead of the Europa Conference League game in the midweek. But disappointing way to end the season. 2-2 draw. I thought, especially against Bournemouth, we could have probably picked up a win, but we have secured third place. We have secured Champions League football, which is the primary objective of this season. So before we go ahead and play the Europa Conference League final game, let's head over to the Premier League standings and let's see the final standings in the Premier League table. And there we have it. In spite of their 4-1 loss against us only a couple of games ago, Liverpool will pit Manchester City to the post and they will win the Premier League title with 85 points. That's actually quite a low points tally if you think about the points tally in real life, but they get there 1 point ahead of Manchester City. We come third on 80 points, so that is pretty decent. We're only 5 points off the top, so I'm very, very happy with that. United come fourth. They round off the Champions League spots with 71 points, and Chelsea end up 15 points behind us in 5th place. Arsenal in 6th with 64. Wolves, Newcastle, Villa and West Ham making up the top 10. And if we go right the way down, unfortunately it's Nottingham Forest, Leicester City and Leeds United that get relegated. Leicester City, well, what a disappointing campaign for them. After a couple of fantastic years in real life, they've then gone and got themselves relegated from the Premier League. So yeah, what a shock here. Bournemouth managed to stay in the division, as do Brentford and Crystal Palace. Brighton doing really well, up into 13th. But for us, it's third place. It's the Champions League objective complete. And now we are on to the even bigger objective of this season. And that is to win our first trophy of the season. And it will be a final in the Europa Conference League against Real Betis. And so here we go. The final of the Europa Conference League. A game we must win. And a game I'm pretty confident we can win. You can see my starting 11. It's the usual starting 11. It's the usual formation. And as for Real Betis, they've gone 4-2-3-1. Big names for them. Fekir, Joaquin as well. So yeah, decent starting lineup for them. But for us, this has got to be a game that we win. A lot of pressure on us today, but I'm confident we can get the job done. So let's head over to the Stadion Olympic for the game. So Harry Kane to kick us off. It's the biggest game of the season. It's our first and only opportunity this season to win a trophy. And surely we can do it on FIFA. We always struggle in real life, but this is FIFA. So hopefully we can get the job done. To Højbjerg in the centre, looking for Son. Guy's making the run. He is down the left-hand side. Doesn't look like he has many options in the box, though. I'm going to try and throw this in. There's no one there. tried to go to the far post. I could see Emerson Royale was making a run. He was marked, but he was the only option in the box. I don't know where Harry Kane was, but Betis managed to get it away. Son tries to put the pressure on, doesn't. Gaia will put the pressure on. We are pressing high here, but it's to no avail as they manage to keep hold of the ball. Kulusevski gets the block in, but they still manage to get it past us, and Joaquin goes down the right-hand side. Can he get in ahead of Longley? He can. Good stuff from him into the penalty box. Lays it off to William, who strikes straight at our defence, and it's out for a goal kick. Got to try and get this. I was going to say stop getting the ball in, but annoyingly goes out for a corner kick. First corner kick of the game. It's going to be thrown in by Fekir. Can we get this ball away? We can't. It's off the line from Emerson Royale. And it's an unbelievable volley from William. And Betis lead here in the final 1-0. I spoke before the final of how confident I was that we'd be able to get a result. And they have started the much better team. It was a great corner in. We didn't deal with it. Emerson Royale cleared it off the line. And Lloris, well, he was stranded. He tried to dive. Emerson Royale got it away, but what a volley. That is an unbelievable volley. To get it up over the head of Longley, I think that was. I think it might actually, no, it was Kulusevski, but to get it up over his head and back into the back of the net. Great goal by William Carvalho. And Betis lead here in the final, 1-0. Gives it out wide to Joaquin. Sends it all the way back into Rodriguez. We are all over the shop at the moment. It's Romero. Gives the corner away. This is a really, really poor first half from us. We are all over the shop. They get this ball in. We will get it away, but not that far. Can Fekir get it? He can. Unfortunately, Longley gets it back. Puts it down the line to Gaia. He puts it infield to Højbjerg. We can run on here. Gaia out wide. He gets it. Going to try and string a decent ball in. It's a poor ball. And away they go once again. Carvalho to Tello. Great stuff from him. Can he get away from Eric Dyer? He's got the pace to do so. Fortunately, we do manage to collect. And Højbjerg, just trying to play his way out of trouble, does well. Gives it to Gaia on this left-hand side. Heung-min Son. Going to look for the run of Gaia. Can't find him, but I can find Kulusevski. Who can find Kane? Gaia's offside. He's back onside. I'm going to try and play this into Heung-min Son. And that is a fantastic save from Rui Silva. Hugo Lloris can pass this out, but he gives it straight to Joaquin. This is terrible, terrible for us. First half I thought was bad. Our passing is even worse in the second half. This is just absolutely shocking. Really, really not what I expected in this final at all. Betis absolutely playing us off the park. Lovely one-touch passing. They get it into our box. We're all over the shop. Joaquin gives it back. Nice little back heel. Rodriguez. Lovely block from Romero. We just about get it away. Basuma has it. Going to look over the top for Heung-min Son. Can I get there first? I can. That is lovely stuff. We try and bring it into the box. Kane, make the angle for me. He doesn't, but he gets the shot. Rui Silva with another save. And again, it's so frustrating. It's so easy for Kane to just cut back. Just take a step back, and that will open up the cutback for me. But he doesn't. He just stays in line with the centre-back. Eventually, I managed to get it to him, but it's too little, too late. And I am going to make a substitution. We do have a corner. I have made a sub, and I've gone 4-3-3. I'm bringing Lucas Moura and Richarlison on, so it's an attacking change. Can Lucas Moura get there in time? He can't. And Fekir can get away straight down the middle. Absolutely no one challenging him. This is just horrendous from us at the moment. Fortunately, Gaia can get that, and Lucas Moura is away down this right-hand side. Can he pick the right pass? Oh, for the love of God. This is just horrendous from us. I just cannot pick the right pass whatsoever. Højbjerg, Gaia's in, down the left-hand side. And is he going to shoot? He is. That is a brilliant, brilliant save again from Rui Silva. I was 50-50 whether or not I was going to cross that or shoot. And I thought, you know what? The crossing and the passing has been absolutely horrendous so far. I might as well just take a shot. And that was going in the top corner. So that was an even better save than I thought it was. Romero to Longley. Everyone forward for Spurs now. Richarlison tried to look for the ball to Heung-min Son. Couldn't find him. And they will play it around nicely at the back here. Richarlison wins it though. He's got Son up top. Doesn't need him. Richarlison. It's 1-1. 88 minutes played. And Richarlison, the substitute, does the pigeon dance. Finally, we get it in the back of the net. The substitute, Richarlison, putting the pressure on. Son drew the defender out. Richarlison was able to run past him, and he smashed that into the left-hand side of the goal, left the keeper with absolutely no chance. And fortunately, we get an equaliser, and we will at least, hopefully, take this to extra time. I think it was deserved. I do think in the latter part of the second half, at least, when we switched to 4-3-3, we have been much better. But still, we haven't been fantastic. I think we've definitely had some final nerves. But all we've got to do now is really just hold out. I'm kind of thinking this will go to extra time. And it will go to extra time. So it's 1-1 here in 90 minutes. We go on to extra time. Can we find that elusive second goal? Gaia picks that up. We've got options. Richarlison has an option. He chooses Heung-min Son. I'm begging Harry Kane to get into the box, but he's not. We play the ball across. Kane, where are you? Use your head. You are 90 rated, and you just stay static in the same position. You have got to do better there. Thought he was going to give that away, but fortunately Richarlison's able to pick this up. Gaia again. Looks in field. Højbjerg, I'm looking for options. Can't find any. Took the strike on. It was straight at the goalkeeper, but we do have a corner. Heung-min Son going to try and get this into the penalty area. It's a great head down, and that is a great save again from Rui Silva. We really are forcing good saves out of the goalkeeper. I'm going to make a quick substitution, bring Bentancur on for a tired Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. I'm going to throw this back into the penalty spot. What can we do from this? Richarlison was up, but couldn't quite get there. And Betis, I think they will just about get this away. On to Emerson Royale. Emerson Royale has space to run into, but doesn't run into it. Instead, he just passes the ball to the opposition. Again, poor from us. And now, Trossard has the opportunity to run down this left-hand side. Emerson Royale does not have the stamina to keep up with him. And that is a good ball in. Fortunately, we get it away. And that is the end of the game. And now it will go to penalties. This is not what I wanted whatsoever. I am not very good at penalties. But it's 1-1 at the end of the game. And we go on to penalties. I think I'm going to swap Heung-min Son for Lucas Moura and for Richarlison. And to be honest, I don't really have any penalty takers that are any good. Gaia will go ahead of Bentancur. Basuma will go there. Royale ahead of Bentancur. I thought Bentancur would be better at penalties, to be honest, but he's pretty poor. So here we go, on to the penalty shootout. Let's see what we can do. Harry Kane to take the first penalty. I'm going to go down to the bottom left. Hopefully it will be a good penalty. It's not a good penalty, it's easily saved. I'm going to go the same way with Lloris. 1-0 Betis. Heung-min Son, I'm going to try and go top corner here. I do go top corner. And it's a goal for Heung-min Son. I had to go quiet there. I was really concentrating. Can Lloris get the save? I go to the right-hand side. Go to Lloris's right-hand side. And it is a save. It's 1-1. Richarlison, I'm going to go to my left-hand side. Can he put this in the bottom corner? He can. It's a great penalty. And we lead here 2-1. Trossard to take. I'm going to go to the right-hand side. But he goes over the bar. And we have the lead here. Lucas Moura, I'm going to go straight down the centre. The goalkeeper goes to his left. And we lead here 3-1. My controller is vibrating. This is the chance. It's the chance for silverware. Is he going to go down the bottom corner? He does. And Hugo Lloris, he saves the penalty. Hugo Lloris is the hero of the day. We win the penalty shootout. Unbelievable stuff. To be honest, I'm not quite sure whether or not we deserve that over the 120 minutes. Betis were well worth the victory, but it doesn't matter. We get the job done, and we will win our first ever trophy in this FIFA 22 career mode. Now, annoyingly, I pressed X, and so now I don't actually get to see the ceremony. So that's kind of annoying. So sorry about that. But yeah, the important thing is we won the game, and yeah, we are Europa Conference League champions. And there we have it. We did miss the ceremony, but we can see our name up in lights, winner of the Europa Conference League. I mean, it is the budget European competition. Let's call it what it is. But it is a piece of silverware, and it's a piece of silverware that we have not got for a long, long time. We filled the board expectations. Hopefully, they will accept that. I'm just going to go and have a look to see whether or not they are happy with what we've achieved this season. It's an 80 confidence rating. To be honest, I thought we'd get more than that. We haven't completed the youth development. We have won the Conference League, which is good. But 80 overall, I'll take that, to be honest. Could have been worse, could have been better, but I will take 80. And if we take a quick look at the player stats, you'll see Richarlison, he is the top goal scorer. 10 goals in 13 matches, and Harry Kane, 7 goals in 6 matches. So the two top goal scorers in the competition, the winners of the competition, it really couldn't have gone any better. And I realised, actually, I showed you the Premier League standings, but I didn't show you the goal scoring standings. And Heung-min Son has won the Golden Boot in the Premier League. He won it in real life last season, and he's won it in this career mode on FIFA. So happy days. Heung-min Son, a very, very happy man. In terms of assists, well, we're nowhere to be seen. It is Heung-min Son, actually, the top assist maker for us as well. Tied with Harry Kane with 33 matches played. So, yeah, positive season all in. And I think we have a lot to look forward to heading into the next episode. But just before we end this episode, I have actually decided, before the transfer window opens, to make one very, very early signing. Now, as you can see, I have shortlisted right backs and right wing backs because we do have Emerson Royale, who's rated 80 now, and we do also have Jed Spence, who's about 74, 75, I think. But obviously, with FIFA 23 just round the corner, it's probably only going to be one more season I'm going to play here before we move on to FIFA 23. So I'm actually going to bin off Jed Spence because I haven't got the time to wait for his potential to develop, and I'm going to buy a ready-made right back in one of these options that I've shortlisted. Now, obviously, Hakimi is the number one choice. I have adjusted my my budget to allow for about 50 mil, but Hakimi, as you can see, is way over that. So I think he is pretty much out of the question. Mazraoui was probably my second choice, but again, he is quite expensive. So I might actually try and see if I can get a deal done with him. He was my second choice. Ricardo Pereira was my third choice. But actually, I'm going to see whether or not I can get a deal done with Mazraoui and see whether or not I can afford him. So they want a minimum of 47.2. Let's see what we can do. And in the end, negotiations didn't go well. I won't bore you with the details, but essentially they wanted about 70 mil for him, and I've only got a total of 50, so that was definitely off the table. So I think I'm going to have to go with my second choice, which is Ricardo Pereira. We should be able to get him between 33 and 47. So let's go ahead and approach him and see what we can do. So here we go. I'm going to offer a transfer fee of 29, and let's see what they say. 29, 43.5. Nope. Let's counter that. Let's go to 35.5. I think that's a fair deal. Upwards of that, 39. I tell you what, Brendan Rodgers drives a hard bargain. 39. I'll go to 36. That's what you'll get from me. 36. Surely we can agree on that. They will say yes. 36 for Ricardo Pereira, and I will take that all day long. So let's move on to contract negotiations, which I'm thinking should be fairly straightforward. So what's Ricardo's role? Let's say he's going to have a crucial role. That's what they had in mind. Okay, he's 28. Let's give him 32. I'll give him a 4-year deal. I think that's reasonable. Disregard release clause. Wage. Okay, what's he on at the moment? 120. He's on a fair whack at Leicester, to be fair. I'll just go 120 again. Signing bonus. Let's give him 500k. Let's see what he says. Okay, I think I went way too high on that. He's happy with it, but either way, we get the job done. So there is our right back, Ricardo Pereira, for... How much did we pay for him again? 36.5 mil. A little bit more than I would have wanted to pay for him, but we get the job done. So Ricardo Pereira will join us in the summer. He is our last signing of this season, and what a season it has been. Golden Boot winner with Heung-min Son, third in the table, and finally bringing a European trophy back to Tottenham Hotspur Football Club since 1984. It is a budget one, but it is a trophy nonetheless. The Europa Conference League trophy. We are winners. Thank you very much. And that is that. That is the end of this episode, and that is the end of this season. So we will have another season before FIFA 23 comes out. So I hope you have enjoyed this season, and I hope you're looking forward to what we have in store next season. Obviously, we do have the summer break, so we are going to look to make some transfers. And with that right-back transfer, obviously, I don't know, we've only got 14 mil left to spend, so hopefully I'll get a decent budget moving forward. And in terms of our plans, I think we're pretty much sorted up front. We've got Kane, Son, Richarlison, and Lucas Moura. So I think that's done. In the cam position, I've got Kulusevski, who's 83. He's developing very well. And I've also got Brian Hill, who's developing very well as well. Basuma's now up to 84, as is Højbjerg. I've got Bentancur, who's only 81. And I do have Oliver Skip at 79. So maybe centre midfield is an option for me to improve. Defensively, I definitely need to improve. I've got Romero 84. He's my highest rated defender. I've got Eric Dyer at 81, Lenglet at 81. I've got Lacroix at 79, and Sanchez at 80, and then I've got Tanganga at 76. So definitely either central defence or at least the left-sided central defence definitely needs an upgrade. So I think those are going to be the two main positions, and possibly an upgrade in central midfield, depending on whether or not I'm going to get rid of Bentancur and Oliver Skip. But all to look forward to in Series 2. But anyway, that is the end of Season 1. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you have enjoyed this episode, if you've enjoyed this season, please feel free to like and subscribe. And hopefully, I will see you again tomorrow for the next episode and the start of Season 2. Thank you for watching.